Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of the Final Fantasy Legend. When we last left off, we had just broken the bars to that jail. And there's a sword in jail. That's weird. The sword talks, and we can just get the sword right through the bars. It's the revenge sword. It's a pretty terrible weapon. Basically what you have to do is you have to, when you use it in battle, if an enemy attacks you, you counterattack with the revenge sword. But if the enemy doesn't attack you, well, then you just wasted a turn. So, but if an enemy does attack you with a melee attack, and you do counter it, you do a lot of damage. So, there's people who've done like videos of people beating bosses with just one hit with the revenge sword, but it's kind of a, you know, a luck-based weapon. You have to be lucky that the enemy hits you. So, I guess if you're doing a solo game, it can work, but for our purposes, it's just going to be sold. So, there's a locked door there. We're going to have to go and find a key, so let's keep wandering around here. There's a secret passage there. Down south is just a dead end. But up here, we're on the first floor. And we run into some more enemies. These imp enemies. So, just gas them, grenade them, and take them out. Hopefully we get some meat from them. Because we have that really weak monster. So, anything will be an improvement on it. So, luckily we got good crowd control with the sleep, so that helps. Ooh. We took out most of the imps there. We took out a good bit with that grenade. So, yeah, it's nice to be able to have Prin with a multi-targeting attack. So, nice. Yeah, we got some meat. Woohoo! A beetle. I don't think that's a very good monster, but whatever. Once you take out those things, we get a whole jail key. And this will allow us to open that door that was locked earlier. So, we can head back down there. The jail key will also allow us to enter that one door to the north, but we obviously want to come back this way to get some treasure. So, let's head on in. Use the key, and there's quite a good bit of treasure in here. A lightsaber, giant glove, revive, elixir, that restores all your hit points. It's basically like a portable inn, but only for one character. Lightsaber is a really good agility weapon. Giant glove will increase their strength by 10. So, X potion, you've seen them. Revive, if you, if your character gets knocked out, the revive will restore them back to life. It's basically like a house of healing. So, we got a death book there. Death is a really good magic because it basically instantly KOs a group of enemies. But, and most enemies do not have resistance to death, so it's going to be a really good spell to use a little bit later, but we don't have the inventory for it right now, so. Got another dragon here. Let's take him out. We'll save our lightsaber for the major enemies, for the big bosses. Just the smaller ones, our battle sword will be good enough, especially with that boost with the giant's glove. So, the one on the left here and the one in the center don't work, but one on the right, we get the glider, and now we can take off with a glider. The saw is an interesting weapon. Like I said, it if the enemy's defense is higher than your character who's using the saw's strength is, then it will instantly defeat them, so you can cheese the final boss. So, hey, there's Byak-Ko's flying castle. What you have to do is you have to go into Byak-Ko's flying castle, and there's nothing going on in here, but I didn't want to come here because when you talk with the guards now, you get into this encounter here. You'll fight samurais, and samurais are pretty hard to find otherwise. So, I'm just coming in here to fight the samurai, get him, fill him off our bestiary. But yeah, there's nothing really in this castle. You basically had to go into the castle, and I guess they figured you'd go through it, and you'd find that nothing happened, then you would leave. But then once we do that, the castle will move to where we have to go. So, try to use up the rest of our Colts there. Pretty pointless weapon. We could probably just get rid of it and throw it away, but I don't like to waste things, so. And yeah, now that we're no longer employed by Byak-Ko, we'll get into random encounters. But yeah, the castle moves to where we need to go to, so we step in between here and we get to the sacred forest, so. Ha ha ha, this is it. I've got the white sphere. Mileille, you did well, but now I have no use for you. Mileille! And the good sister Jeanne saves her sister. You fiend, you are nothing, just in time to see the power of Sphere. Now Byak-Ko, his third attack there is called Sphere, but if he uses it, nothing happens, and we'll see why nothing happens in a little bit, so. But yeah, he's gonna show us the power of the Sphere, but like I said, it's his third ability, so he's most likely not gonna use it. Yeah, he's gonna use his sword there, and he's not gonna take too long to take down, so. With all new good equipment. And we got a good monster there, Amoeba. It has the Melt ability. Melt doesn't worry about the enemy's defense, so we'll be able to, a physical attack might not be able to get through Byak-Ko's 45 defense. So we've defeated Byak-Ko, and I won't have it. And he basically destroyed the sphere. Oh no, the sphere is gone. I'm so sorry, I've been foolish. It's not your fault. It was bound to happen. What happened? Mileille cries and teardrops fall and turns to the sphere. What? What happened? This is our secret, Prin. Take the sphere. Sister, don't leave me. And Jeanne passes away. And we get the real sphere. That sphere that Byak-Ko had was actually a fake. If he tries to use it in battle, it'll say nothing happened, so. Run quickly. Alright, well, let's take off here, so not much else we can do in this area. Yeah, we hop on our glider, and we'll just head back to the entrance. Back to the tower, now that we can unlock the door with the sphere of white. Once again, remember, if you want to come back to this world, maybe to pick up some magic books, all you have to do is head back to this town, go into the pub, talk with the guy at the table, and he'll say, hey, the glider's outside. So let's make some inventory space here, because there's going to be a lot of side worlds that we're going to be coming on to, and in those side worlds there's going to be a lot of treasure that we can pick up. So we want to make some inventory room, so let's do that. And we have a whole bunch of money, so let's just waste it and buy some hearts. So, yeah, even though we haven't been knocked out at all and don't need the hearts, you can give extra hearts just, for safety's sake. Your character can have a max of 7 hearts in reserve, so right now, leader Prin has 7 hearts in reserve. And you can see how many hearts you have when you press select to bring up the altar order. So eventually I'll end up getting 7 hearts for the remainder of my characters, so, but I just wanted to spend some money because if you go over the money cap, 9,999,999, if you go over that, the money will roll back over to 0 when you restart again, so no use hoarding money, might as well just spend it while you got it, so. Alright, well, let's head over back into the tower. We'll unlock that door that was locked by the magic of white, and we'll see where it takes us. So, head on up. We got this, like, wood background here. Go to our sphere. Down to the sphere of white. Open it up. And let's see where we go on from here. There's going to be, like I said, quite a few side worlds that we're going to be coming on to, so. Save as always after we defeated the fiend. The seal is broken. Let's head on in. Alrighty, I'll just restart it back up here. So. Had some difficulty. That's why it's important that we save. So, ran into some trouble. Some of the monsters have some pretty mean status effects, like stone and you don't want to obviously get the stone status effect because we don't have a lot of we don't have any of those gold needles to remove it, and I sold the elixir. Elixir can remove all status effects too, so that's pretty good. But we'll be getting a lot of those treasures, including some elixirs coming up. So, but all right, defeated an anaconda there. Got some money. And we'll just wander around here a little bit, get some, trying to get into some battles. Some enemies here that are only found in the foyer areas, they're called. almost got rid of that Colt. That'll be good. Then we can finally throw on that death book. So we'll go through that pretty quickly. I only think it has 10 uses, so. But we'll get a lot of use out of that, because like I said, it can target an entire group, so there's like a group of 5 monsters in one group. It can take care of them all, so. I got this wrestler here, looks like Jason Voorhees with that hockey mask on, so. There's another funny sprite palette swap for the wrestler there later on. It's a kind of a funny little typo they make, so. ESP. Apparently that's supposed to work as a shield, like you can tell if the enemy's going to attack you so you can avoid the attack. But kind of a useless ability. Offense is the key here. Defensive abilities like shield and stuff, pretty useless. In the next game they're much better, because they can give elemental protections, so. But we got elemental protections for many of our characters. Well, Prin and Cess we have both because they have the dragon mail. So, and that'll be Cess's final armor. She'll never get a better armor other than that. Prin will get a better armor because eventually we're gonna get a headgear that basically functions basically as the dragon mail, which will give protection from all elements. So that'll allow her to, that'll free up that armor slot to use a better armor with better physical defense. But unfortunately, that headgear that we're going to be talking about, we only get one of in the game. And speaking of numbers, looks like the Death's book actually has 20 uses, so double uses than what I thought it had. So finally got rid of that Colt weapon, so yeah, it was kind of out of its use, but it was good for just a little bit of damage here and there if we needed it. So, but luckily, Cess has gained quite a bit of spells. So between her spells, the gas spells that she picked up, and the grenades that Prin is using, we got some pretty good multi-targeting. So let's put our Death's book to use here. See how effective it is against those Triceratops over there. So, boink. Boink. Yep, Triceratops, they don't have immunity to the instant death, so boom, takes it out. Speaking of immunities, I know I was talking a little bit about the Dragon Mail. Yes, Cess doesn't necessarily need a better armor because she can innately gain defensive points, so eventually she'll end up having the highest defense out of everybody because she can eventually max out her defense at 99, and then with the Dragon Mail and another piece of headgear, she'll have really good defense. So in a maxed out save for this game, I'm obviously doing the video edit, the audio editing after I've, beaten the game and done all the videos, but in my final save, when I went out and just did some grinding, I ended up getting Cess up to 99 defense. Then she has the Dragon Mail, a Dragon Helm, so she has a status immunity to all elements, and she also ends up getting the O Power O Weapon status, so she takes half damage from melee attacks. So yeah, she's really a defensive powerhouse. And she maxes out her hit points at 999, but got a Seeker. That's an eye monster. See what it got? Nothing really good. Beam is okay, but has so few uses. So, yeah, sometimes you'll get a really good attack with a monster, but it's maybe so few in uses that it's not really, worthwhile, so. Alright, now this thing can be pretty tricky. There's like hitting gusts of wind that kind of propel your character around. There's 3 treasure chests, see, so we're trying to get that treasure chest. Most of the time, if you approach the treasure chest from the side, you'll be able to open it. It's like if you try to get it from the bottom, that's usually when like you run into one of those winds that pushes you around, so you just gotta kind of, like I said, wander around, try to avoid those winds, but eventually, after a while, you'll find your way around and be able to pick up all the treasure. So, we got an elixir, we got a potion. Potion's pretty useless at this point in the game, but you can use it to, ooh, and we flew right over that, whatchamacallit, that, treasure chest. If it would have been fast enough and hit the, sleep button fast enough, I could have, hit the A button fast enough, I could have, got it, but I didn't hit it fast enough, so, no. I foolishly used sleep there. I should have realized, oh, para is, you know, status effects, so that would have, blocked, the abnormal status of sleep, so. Oh well, we'll take out the jelly with everybody else, so. Woohoo! Let's eat that meat. Nothing happened, though. Alright. Let's heal ourselves up. Maybe we can use some of those potions later if we run out of healing, so. Let's get around here, try to find that, get that treasure. Amoeba. We just had an amoeba in our party there, so. Has that good melt ability, which is good against Byak-Ko. Acid's a spell that hits all enemies, not just a group. So that's pretty good, but unfortunately it only has 3 uses, so yeah. And the mana staff for the amoeba isn't all that good, so not the best monster, so. And it is week 2, death. So that takes care of that group. Amoeba dead, amoeba is dead. And the third one, amoeba is dead. Plonk! Alright, now we just gotta take care of this little crab. Another water element, water enemy, so weak against electricity, but yeah, unfortunately, like I said, they spell critical damage doesn't matter, but it does, if we had that coral sword, that'd be good, because that has the elect element to it, but our stats are getting pretty high enough now to the point where we don't necessarily have to worry about using elemental type weaponry to overcome, to one-shot enemies. So, see, ooh, almost got it. Woohoo, we got the Vampic Sword. That is a sword that is based on your mana stat. But it has really, it's really terrible, it seems to have a really terrible hit rate. You'll use it and you'll often miss with it, and it also doesn't work on any enemy that's an undead. So if it's a family undead, it ain't gonna work on that. But basically what it does is if you hit an enemy with that sword, the damage you do will be given back to you as hit points. So it's kind of similar to the melt and drink ability that some monsters have. The damage you deal is given back to you in hit points. But like I said, the accuracy of it is really, really bad, and it doesn't work on a lot of monsters like undead. Most bosses it doesn't need to work on either, so once again, just like the Revenge Sword, we're just gonna end up selling that sword. The P-Knife and the upgrade to the P-Knife, the P-Sword, much better melee weapons if you're using a mutant, so. We also get our second dragon form here. We ran into the Dragon 1 in the clouds in the last world. So. Let's take it out. Fire-breathing dragon. I think that means it's a red dragon. In like Dungeons and Dragons, I think, yeah, red dragons breathe fire. All the different dragons, like, breathe different types of things. Like, I think blue dragons breathe thunder or shoot out thunder. Black dragons breathe out poison. White dragons breathe out frost. It's been a while since I've played Dungeons and Dragons. It's been decades. Yeah, probably. I think the last time I played might have been like 2008? Yeah, when I just got back from Iraq. Some of my buddies used to play it, and yeah, it was still in 3rd edition. I think now it's in 5th edition already, so yeah, been a while, so. But anyway, let's go back. Let's keep heading up the tower, so. Dungeons and Dragons, that was a really big influence on the first Final Fantasy. So, I'll talk about that in my playthrough of that game. So, there's the saw. We'll probably end up selling that eventually, but I'm just going to keep it for a little bit of a glitch in the next world that we can encounter, so. But I'm just keeping it to show off that glitch. Otherwise, once again, pointless weapon because it's kind of bugged. Although, like, if you're doing like a speed run, low-level game, you can keep it to instantly KO the final boss of the game. So, it's a good bad glitch, they call it. It's basically a bad glitch. Well, obviously, most glitches are bad, but it's good because it works out in your favor. So, but run into some new enemies. The crawler there, creepy crawler, bugs. So, we're almost coming up on another side world coming up here. So. Even though it's just a side world, it's gonna have a little bit of a problem that we're gonna need to solve. So, yeah, most of the time when we ran into side worlds, they usually just gave us like a little bit of information, or you know, maybe there was a treasure or two to pick up. But yeah, in this upcoming side world, there's actually gonna be a kind of a mini quest that we can do, and by doing this mini quest, we'll gain access to some good treasure, and I guess a good feeling. So, I mean, hey, we're heroes. We're supposed to be saving people, so. But not monsters. We're gonna take care of them, so. But here we are in this new world, and looks like they're in trouble. So, what kind of trouble are they in? Well, we'll find out in our next episode, and hopefully we're able to solve their problem as well. Take care. Thanks for following along. Bye.